Global Go Fest is this weekend, and if you're anything like me, you're not prepared. So today, we're going over the things you need to do to get yourself ready for Pokemon Go Fest 2022. I know it's a little late and we're coming up on the event pretty soon, but I've still had a lot of people asking questions, so I wanted to put together a quick guide. However, I talk way too much, so I ended up splitting it into two parts. So this video is going to be part one of what is now a Go Fest prep series. It's going to include some time-sensitive tips, some pre-event tips, things that you want to do to get ready before the event starts, as well as some general and specific tips for playing during the event to make the event a little bit more enjoyable for you. And then later today, I'm going to upload part two, which is specifically about Pokemon that you want to catch during the event. The best Pokemon to target, the best Pokemon to Mega Evolve that you're going to get the most benefit from having Mega Evolved. That's all coming a little bit later today. Number one tip, Pokemon Go Fest is supposed to be fun. So if at any point you feel like you're not having fun, like you're stressing yourself out, trying to catch a specific shiny or anything like that, just take a moment, take a breath, reassess, and remember, we're here to have fun. Now, on to the prep. Pokemon Storage. The slogan is, gotta catch them all. And you can't catch them all if you have no space for them. If your storage looks like mine, then you gotta do something about it. I literally have no space, so I really need to transfer stuff. Let's just do a quick hundo check, no new hundos, and then you can just go through and just get rid of a bunch of stuff. Personally, I would recommend having at least 1,000 empty spaces, 1,000 slots in your Pokemon storage. Nope, don't transfer the only Salandit. Make sure you have your stuff favorited. Look, I haven't even cleaned out after Geodude Community Day. But I would definitely recommend having 1,000 spaces at least, because Pokemon Go Fest is a 2-day event. That's 2 days of catching. And the more space you have available, the less time you have to spend each day actually transferring Pokemon. Even with 1,000 spaces, depending on where you play, there is a chance that you're going to fill up that storage completely, and you're going to have to go through and transfer Pokemon during the event. But the more space you have, the less time you have to spend doing that, and you can really just transfer and clean everything up at the end of the day, ideally. I'm transferring 403 Pokemon right now. Obviously still not enough space, but after you do that, after you clean up everything recent, I recommend sorting by number or by name alphabetically, and you'll just notice when you sort like this how many extras you have. Like, look at how many Venusaur I have. Do I really need all of these Venusaur? This one, what's the purpose of it? I don't know. This one, what am I doing with it? I don't know. When you sort by number or by name, it puts all the similar Pokemon together, and you'll find ones that you definitely don't need to be holding on to. I'm going to do more cleanup after I finish recording this video. But another thing I recommend is creating a search string for the day, and this is going to make it a lot easier and a lot quicker to clean up your storage during Pokemon Go Fest. Hi, Editor Nick here, just hopping in to give a better example of this. So I have some Pokemon that I've caught here recently. Let's just pretend that it's Go Fest day and these are some of the featured spawns. So if you want to set up a search string to just be able to quickly transfer the Pokemon that you know you don't want to keep, what you need to do is create a string that excludes the Pokemon that you do want to keep. So basically, start with age 0. And that's going to show you only Pokemon that you've caught in the last 24 hours. So start with age 0, add and, the ampersand, and then you add not shiny. The exclamation mark means not. So if you do exclamation mark shiny, it's going to show Pokemon that are not shiny. And another ampersand, and you can add not 4-star. That's going to exclude your Pokemon that are 4-star Pokemon. If you also want to include 3 stars, you can do not 3-star, because sometimes you get a 98%, a 96%, and those are honestly just as good as a 4-star, so you can check them later on. You can also add then specific Pokemon. Again, pretending these are the Go Fest spawns. If Rhyhorn is a Pokemon that you know you want to check for specific IVs later on for PvP, or maybe Swablu is a Pokemon that you want to trade with friends to try to get better IVs after the event, you can include those specific Pokemon with an exclamation mark, meaning not, and add Rhyhorn. It's not going to include Rhyhorn, and then add not Swablu, and it's not going to include Swablu. So age 0 and not shiny and not 4-star and not 3-star and not the specific Pokemon that you know you want to keep. and you're going to end up with the Pokemon that you know you don't want to keep. Now, if you back out of that search and go back to your search bar, if you click see more, you can see your recent searches and you can see that search that you just did there. So if you long press, I'm going to turn my phone around so you can see this, long press, it's going to do the search, and it's also going to add it to your favorites. So once that search is in your favorites, you can again long press and you can rename it. We'll call it Go Fest Transfer. Okay, well, can't fit it, so we'll just call it Go Fest. So that's the Go Fest search. If I just go in and do the Go Fest search, it's going to show me all the Pokemon that I've caught in the last 24 hours that aren't 3-star or 4-star or shiny, or the specific Pokemon that I know I want to keep. And that way, when you do that search, you can just select all and know that everything that's showing up there is safe to transfer. Now, of course, your specific Pokemon aren't going to be Rhyhorn and Swablu because those aren't Pokemon that are spawning during Go Fest. But then if I just search age 0, you can see all that's left, Rhyhorn and Swablu. Now, as for which Pokemon to actually keep, we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the video. One reason that you would want to keep those Pokemon, though, is because during the season of Go, starting June 1st, we have guaranteed XL candy when you trade a Pokemon. There are a lot of Pokemon spawning during Go Fest who benefit from XL candy, from being powered up to level 50. So those Pokemon you would want to keep and potentially trade at the end of the day with friends. After the Go Fest hours are over, if you're still hanging out with friends, doing 100 quick trades, swapping Pokemon, you can get 100 extra XL candy for those Pokemon, guaranteed. Plus, you also have the chance to re-roll the IVs, maybe get lucky Pokemon, maybe get some more hundos. It's definitely a good thing to sit down at the end of the day and trade Pokemon before fully cleaning out your storage for day 2. So your storage is clean. What about your items? What do you need? First of all, Pokeballs. You can't catch them all if you don't have any Pokeballs. I would recommend, depending on where you're playing, at least 500 Pokeballs, 300 Great Balls, and 200 Ultra Balls. I know it's a little late to really work on stocking up, but don't forget to spin Pokestops if you have them around, or open gifts every day until the event to make sure you have as many balls as possible. Now, the number of balls you have is really going to depend on where you're playing. If you're playing somewhere with a lot of Pokestops, it's not going to be as important because you're going to be able to spin Pokestops throughout the day to replenish them. If you're playing somewhere where you don't have a ton of Pokestops, it's better to start with more balls because you're not going to be able to replenish them as quickly. As far as other items, I definitely have way too many berries, but I would recommend having at least 100 raspberries, 100 pineapple berries, and that way you can use those pineapple berries on Pokemon that you want extra candy for. And then raspberries are just going to help you save time. You really don't want to be throwing more than one Pokeball per Pokemon. So if you run into something that's a little bit harder to catch, it has a darker red catch circle, you can use a raspberry, use an Ultra Ball, and guarantee that you're going to catch it in the first ball so that you're not wasting resources, aka Pokeballs, and not wasting time trying to catch that Pokemon for longer than you need to, so that you can move on to the next Pokemon that you want to catch, that you want to shiny check. And then as far as the premium items go, the star pieces, the incense, the lure modules, Pokemon Go Fest is a 16-hour event. We have 8 hours on Saturday and 8 hours on Sunday. So if you really wanted to, you would need enough items to cover 16 hours. Incense currently lasts for 1 hour. That means you need 16 total incense, 32 total lucky eggs, and 32 total star pieces if you wanted to have them running the entire time. Obviously, that's optional. It's up to you how much you actually want to spend on those, but I would recommend not actually buying those ahead of time because the special research during Go Fest will probably reward at least a few of each. So if you buy them ahead of time, you might end up with more than you actually need. Now, outside of the game, there are a few items that you should definitely have ready. Number 1, water. Water, preferably in a bottle that you can carry with you, but in the house, drink water. 8 hours is a long time to be playing Pokemon Go. Make sure you stay hydrated. Carry water with you, carry snacks with you, have a lunch break planned. Someone's at the door. That was perfect timing. I have a lunch break planned for this video. I'm gonna say this right now because some of you need to hear it. It is okay to take a break during Go Fest. Not every hour is going to be the same. If there's an hour where the Pokemon spawns are just not as exciting to you, that's probably a good time to take your lunch break. And then as far as other items go, make sure you have everything you need charged up. That means your phone, plug it in the night before. Sometimes I forget. Make sure your power bank is charged. No one's phone is going to last 8 hours. Make sure your Go Plus is charged if you use one. Watch me say that and still forget to charge all of mine. Next thing to do is know where you're going to play. Location is one of the most important factors in playing Pokemon Go. Obviously, the game is not the same everywhere. So if you have a downtown area or a park, whatever the best location is for you to play, plan to go there. Make plans with your community if you are in contact with friends, family, whoever. Plan where you're going to play and make sure it's somewhere that at least has a decent number of Pokemon spawns and a good number of Pokestops so you can put on lures to get extra spawns. You can spin those stops to get more items throughout the day. Somewhere that has gyms so you can participate in raids. And I'm sure you all know the best place to play in your city, so that's probably a good choice. All right, now I'm going to take my lunch break. Do I have anything in my teeth? I had beets for lunch. I look okay? There's no mention of field research on the Pokemon Go Fest page or the announcement, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do have field research tasks during the event, so make sure you at least spin some Pokestops and check for those. I don't know if they're going to be there, but just in case, they typically are pretty easy to complete and sometimes have pretty decent rewards. And speaking of research, there is special research during the event, and there are 3 different paths that you can choose. There's Catch, there's Explore, and there's Battle. So the one that you choose should be tailored to your playstyle. If you're playing in a place where you know you're going to have a lot of Pokemon spawns, choose the Catch path. That way you can complete all of the tasks. If you know you're going to be walking a lot and you're in a place where you can spin a lot of Pokestops, you can choose Explore because it's almost guaranteed that you're going to have to spin a certain number of Pokestops and walk a certain number of kilometers to complete that one. And then if you enjoy raids and Team Go Rocket and Go Battle League, you can choose the Battle path. The good news is, though, even if you don't have access to a lot of Pokestops or Pokemon spawns, you can even choose your difficulty level. There's Relaxed, Standard, and Master. So if you really don't want to spend a ton of time on the research, just choose Relaxed and you'll probably be able to get it done pretty quickly. And the rewards don't even change based on which path you choose or which level you choose. You're always going to get the same rewards no matter what you choose. It's just a matter of how much time do you want to spend on the research and how easily are you going to be able to complete it. So if you really don't care about the research and you just want a shiny check, go ahead and choose the easiest one, choose the Relaxed level, and that way you can spend more time catching Pokemon and looking for the shinies that you want. And then finally, one last tip is to make sure you have a buddy Pokemon that you're at least great buddies with. That way it has the Catch Assist perk, when it pops up in the corner of the screen to hit the balls back. That's just going to help save you a little bit of time and a few extra Pokeballs so that you don't waste as many. That is my final tip for Pokemon Go Fest prep. I hope you found this useful. So that's it for part 1 of the Go Fest prep series. Part 2, which is specifically about the best Pokemon to catch, is going to be right here. If it's available, if it's uploaded, you can click right here and watch it. If it's not up yet, why not watch this video, which will show you what you can expect during a Pokemon Go Fest event. This is last year's Go Fest when I went up to San Francisco. It's a fun one to watch too. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for this one. Maybe watch this one. I'll see you soon. Bye.